This video has sent a shiver across Ukraine. The marching young men are far-right nationalists from the Nationalny Drużyny, or national militia. They're at a sacred spot, Ukraine's crucible. Maidan, Independence Square in central Kiev. This was the Maidan in 2014, as hundreds of thousands of people rallied and ultimately forced out an unpopular president. Russia branded it a coup, orchestrated by neo-Nazis and fascists. It wasn't true then, but 4 years on, Ukraine's far right is on the march, and there appears little appetite for stopping it. Are you from Kiev?
Yes, I'm from Kiev, from this district.
The national militia have permission to patrol unarmed on Ukraine's streets.
So what are we looking for, Alexander?
В первую очередь полиция попросила нас проконтролировать точки кредитирования, на которые в последнее время на которых часто начали случаться разбои. Вот. И уже косвенно мы контролируем вообще ситуацию на улице, то есть пытаемся выявить какие-то правонарушения и среагировать.
It's pretty tame stuff. They spot a woman drinking alcohol near a kid's playground.
Либо допивайте сейчас, либо выбрасывайте нам.
Не, жалко, вы бросите деньги заплачили.
Или дома там допить, просто на детской площадке.
We then go to a place where punters can gamble on computer terminals.
Здравствуйте. Игра закончена.
We're told it's been operating illegally, as its owners allegedly have links to Russia. It's unspectacular stuff. The national militia call the police out,
Незаконный игральный бизнес.
and reluctantly they appear and go through the motions. What the national militia want us to film is that they're a force for good, here to restore order and make the police do their job.
К сожалению, полиция не справляется со всеми проблемами, которые существуют в нашей стране. Естественно, мы, как патриоты Украины, возлагаем эти функции на себя.
It's a message that has some resonance. There's a growing despondency here about how little has changed. The next day, we're contacted by the company that owns the gambling shop. It turns out that many of their other branches have also been raided by the national militia.
Где-то около часа дня к нам забежали группа молодых людей, человек 20-25.
This is the national militia when journalists aren't watching.
В масках с молотками, с битами, в куртках с надписью «Национальная дружина». Они кричали «Слава Украине», еще там какие-то свои лозунги. Начали здесь все просто громить. Полная разруха. Все было побито абсолютно.
We're given other footage, which shows more places being trashed, men lighting fireworks indoors, even setting one location on fire. The national militia tell us they're working alongside the police, but they have also, on several occasions, fought them. Here they brawled and used pepper spray on officers as they tried and failed to pressure a judge into keeping an allegedly corrupt politician in custody. The national militia are part of a group called Azov. Initially a volunteer military battalion, it has well-established links to the far right. Its founder, this man Andrei Beletsky, has in the past expressed racist and anti-Semitic views. And its logo has clear Nazi overtones.
My favorite quote from Andrei Beletsky is that the destiny of the Ukrainian nation is to be an avant-garde in holy war of white people against underhumans led by Semites.
Beletsky now denies he ever said that, but as this oath-making ceremony shows, he's not running away from the dubious imagery. Azov has now started a political party, as well as launching the national militia. The toxic racism has, in public at least, been replaced by patriotic nationalism.
Do you now reject those values that you had in the past?
Багато води витекло з того часу. Багато чого змінилося в країні.
Ми декларували завжди законні вимоги, законні бажання в управлінні державою корінного населення, управління державою.
Is it ever okay to use violence to achieve your aims?
Коли особа намагається придушити або подавити волю народу з допомогою правоохоронних органів, частних армій чи якихось інших структурних, неструктурних підрозділів, тоді народ має право витребувати навіть в силовій боротьбі своє право назад.
The national militia have already been flexing their muscles in Ukrainian politics. This is the city hall in the town of Cherkasy. Look at it now. All round the outside are security officers. There are more police here today than there are representatives. And the reason the police have come is because at the last session, this happened. The national militia, together with some war veterans, turned up and stood among the deputies, announcing that no one would leave until the mayor's budget was passed. After some scuffles and angry exchanges, the budget was passed.
Зараз Черкаси стало тренувальним майданчиком для військового перевороту в Україні.
Alarmist? Perhaps, but many people, not just in Cherkasy, are wondering whether the national militia are being mobilized as part of a bigger political play.
Без погодження МВД, то такого існувати в Україні не може. Якщо Аваков прийме рішення для себе, що таким чином національна дружина, яка вона є зараз, не може існувати, де люди ходять в балаклавах, де люди ходять у військовій формі, то я думаю, це питання буде рішено.
This is him, Arsen Avakov, Ukraine's ambitious interior minister. His links to the Azov group are well known. He's put their fighters on the payroll of his ministry and appointed one of their commanders, Vadim Troyan, as his deputy. Mr. Avakov declined our interview request, but his spokesman told us he believed the national militia was simply running a very effective publicity campaign.
Please look at us. We are so strong. We are so serious. Believe me, it's not a truth. If the groups are operating not going against the law.
But they are going against the law.
Please,
they're smashing places up.
No, only one smash. It's one smash.
No, we've
one
seen them
fighting.
smashing up lots of different places. We've seen them fighting with the police a number of times. They've intimidated politicians. That's not okay, is it?
I agree with you absolutely. And that time they are under interrogation, and after that, if we have the proofs, under the criminal cases, under investigation.
But the fact that you're not doing anything just fuels the idea that the Minister of the Interior is somehow behind or supporting this group.
No, it's not the truth. I wanted to say that people that they are following by the political fakes, inspired by maybe by political opponents of ministry.
The national militia may well be the extreme right's first move ahead of Ukraine's elections next year. But it's the uncertainty over who's behind them that's worrying people. Confidence in politicians and the police here is low, and for whatever reason, the national militia appear to have been given the nod to act outside the law.
Це абсолютний хаос. У нас немає на що спиратись. Наша країна розвалюється. У нас немає порядку. Тому ми і стоїмо на засадах безпосереднього порядку, українського порядку.
Як історія, вона повторюється, якщо ми подивимося, що відбувалося в Германії там 37-39 рік, коли фашизм тоді піднімався, то в принципі можна, я б їх цим самим зрівняв.
It's an apocalyptic warning, but it's a reminder that 4 years after Ukraine turned away from Russia towards Europe, the struggle for its soul